So we're going to walk through the best ways you can start your agency come 2020 and really understand the way you can start to automate your business and what that looks like developing your business in the new year, or developing your agency in a sense, and the tweaks you can do that I've learned when it came to me automating my business over these last 2 years. Now, if you really break down your business or media marketing, you get to understand you're in a 6 bracket era. It comes down to time management, communication, sales, and exposure. Those 4 key aspects that can bring you money or lose your money. Now, the main thing I want to hop on before I can get into everything with you guys and how I automate my business, I think if you're going to automate anything, you might want to automate your social media, which would be not just using social media, but the ways you use social media. Now, I delegate my social media, so that means there's only so much time I give myself to be on social media, because social media is really a time waster. It's it's a time drainer, and compared to money that you can give to anyone at any time, time you'll start to notice is something you'll want and need a little bit more than ever. So primary focus is important when it comes to your agency and developing your brand or your business. So delegation in your social media is really important. Set times when you work and set times when you use social media, and try to create balance into that. So that means only put 30 minutes into social media and put in 4 to 3 hours into your business, and then take a break and then put another 30 minutes into social media. But these things need to be beneficial to you. To do something that's not going to give you anything back, which is that input-output process, is the same thing with your business or just your time. You need to understand that if you're inputting social media and in that process you're wasting time, the output is nothing because you've wasted that time to get anything back. So that's just a short answer I want to hop on to really explain to you guys the automation. Now, starting your agency, I think the biggest things you need to look at is these 5 key curricular aspects. I mean, the ways to even start your business, you need to understand that you need leads to come in, and at the end of the day, you need to provide this service. So those are probably the most important aspects of your business, and they will play a pivotal aspect of your business for you to even run in longevity. If even one of these processes aren't functioning or working well, it's kind of hard to maintain or even expand or even grow as an agency without it. So understanding that is highly, highly important coming into the new year and coming into a year where you want to be financially stable. You need all aspects of your business to run properly for you to even expand. Now, I would like to say, out of all of these things here, automation, you can automate all of them. All of them can be automated. That means if you don't really know what automation is, it's just a simpler version of saying it can be simplified for you not to do it, spend as much time doing it or giving it to somebody else to do it for you. So the same way on how I do, service delivery. Let's say service delivery. I have a contractor who does the work for me. Now, compared to, I like to say, oh, it's really easy just having a contractor. You don't really have to do any work. It is simple as that. Media marketing is super simple. I like to use the example for Uber. Uber is a big brand that is a taxi service that literally doesn't even own a car, a single car. They don't own a car, but what they do own is the platform and the name thereof with it. So understanding that it's the same thing with your business. You don't really need to own the service or even know the service as well or do the service, but you need to know the service and advertise the service as great as possible with a sense of responsibility. So that when it comes to your contractor, don't get anybody, but get somebody who sensibly knows what they're doing and is even willing to work with you in a sense. So I would like to say that's the same thing with my business. I automate my service delivery, so that means I have a contractor that does the work for me, and vice versa. It just saves you time. So if you want to automate anything, I think these 4 aspects are the easiest automations that you can do in your business. But the only aspect that I would highly recommend you not to automate is sales, that close. When it comes to you having to close with clients, or even to know who you want to work with and who you don't want to work with, and the qualification aspect, um, I'd highly recommend that you stay on top of that and be aware of that, because that's the only part of the service of the business which, as Uber, needs to be delegated, or really needs to be constructed where you take the time of your day to know who you want to work with and who you don't want to work with, and that you're the forefront of a business providing a service that you say that you're going to give, and you can wholeheartedly know that you're going to give the best service because you're delegating to people who are running your service, if that makes sense. So sales really shouldn't be an aspect that you should automate fully. I think you should keep it alive and definitely focus on it, but shouldn't automate it fully. Now, the ways you can automate your lead gen would be using sites as, using sites, and I'll make a video about it, just using different sites to locate clients and creating a system that can get clients to you, in a sense. Because how are you a digital marketer not using the digital marketing space to get clients to you, in a sense? I mean, there's tons of businesses. Just finding a way to get those leads in, automate it. If you can simplify it, or find, I mean, the way I was doing it at one point, I went to, service.ph, which is somebody in the Philippines, and I got a, assistant, and that assistant not only took care of finding tons of leads for me, but after I got that assistant to get the leads, I was able to pass it down to a cold caller. That cold caller took the leads that were there, and they did the cold calling for me, and that was the leads that I was able to generate to see if we can set something up. After the cold caller closed certain deals to get me set up for certain meetings, I just showed up to the meetings. And that's one way you can automate your lead generation process, is by using that step and that process, in a sense, to automate your business. So understanding you don't have to do everything. In fact, you don't even need to do everything. It just comes down to, what does your system look like, and what is the output that you're going to get from it. So in this case, for your lead generation, I had a virtual assistant. That virtual assistant found leads for me, and I told them who I wanted to work with, showed them what that looked like. After they found the leads, they built a whole contact sheet for them, gave a little detail, worked on those small aspects for them, passed it on to my cold caller. The cold caller took the time of the day to call these people, build rapport, work on lines on communicating with them to close them on a potential meeting, and then I came in for the sale, and then work on selling them my service and showing them what I have to provide and why I could be a good service and fit with them in the near future. So that's just one way you can automate your lead generation service. Now, if we come to communication works both ways for your team, and it works both ways for the people you're going to be working with. I hate emails with a passion. I hate it. But I knew I had to automate my email service and the ways that I had to email communicate with my team and the people I wanted to work with. I definitely didn't want to be on a crunch where feeling like, I have to communicate when I don't have to. And I say it to the people I work with, that I solely will not be talking to them. If they have any questions, they'll talk to my team, or they'll talk to one of my team members who will be delegating any of the service. And they can't call me. They don't call me. They don't email me. They only communicate on a platform called Slack, S-L-A-C-K, Slack. My team has it, and the people that I work with have it, simply because Slack, you're able to set up certain sections and build certain communication chat bots, chat sections, just for the amount of clients that you work with. So it's really simple, and it keeps everything really simple in the way that I like it when it comes to automation. Now, let's go down to onboarding. Onboardings can be really simple. I mean, there's a system that I use when it comes to onboarding and billing, is you don't want to, the way you can automate this, you really simply don't want to be going through the process of every month having to call your client and tell them, hey, look, I need you to pay me this week. No, simple is better. If you can get their credit card number and their credit card information, and make sure that you can have a invoice processing that pays you every month automatically, consistently, and not have to worry about communicating with the people, you not only eliminate the space of them having to second guess how much you're paying you, but you kind of limit the space of you even having to chase your money. You know it's going to come in every month because you have an automation set up. Now, the two platforms you can use is Stripe and PayPal. There's other platforms you can use that I'd love to show you guys, but Stripe is probably the best way to send invoices and set up consistent billing. Now, that's the easiest automation when it comes to getting your money and not really having to worry so much about reaching out for your money in the sense. Now, those are the key, the three key aspects of your business. And if you're looking at social media marketing right now, you can see this is simply easy. This is not hard at all. These are easy steps. You're not really asked to do much. You just need to do the service and provide the best service in a sense. So these are the easiest steps to even building your agency, really, in all honesty. Now, where it comes down to if you're going to be different than everyone else, or if you're going to be a good, long-lasting name, keep your name long-lasting with the clients that you're going to work with, so you don't screw yourself over or the clients over, it's great to have a contractor for your service delivery. It's just great to have that because you not only take that aspect of that time that you'll be working on ads, you take that away, but you're going to get the best service and provide your clients the best service because you can now just focus on one thing instead of focusing on all four of these things, which it gets really hectic, time-consuming, and now eliminates you and hinders you from expanding. So service delivery is probably the important aspect because you can get through all of these sales and all this money, but if you're not able to provide exponential growth with your service or bring in that ROI that you promised those clients, all of this is pointless because they're going to work with you, then they're going to say, like, here's the engagement, then they'll be like, where's my ROI, where's my return on investment, where am I making my money back from investing in you $2,000 to $8,000 a month, and you can't just say, oh, I got a couple thousand, 100 likes or a couple engagement views. No, you need to show them and make sure that the contractor that you're working with is showing them, hey, we reached out to this many people, and in return, we were able to build ads that created a sale, and these sales surpassed 100K plus, and this is the reason why you're going to be paying us $10,000 a month. So it's really simple in the business model of automating your agency, but these are the key elements that you need to take into consideration when it comes to building your agency. Now, hopefully, I think this is helpful for you guys. And if it was helpful for you guys, definitely subscribe, like, comment, and share the video. It helps a lot. Turn on your notification bell because I'm going to be dropping way more content to break down all of these steps in a separate video. That means when it comes down to how to use Slack, how to get leads, how to create, how to communicate and close sales, and how to even use your proper timing and time management to, automate your life to even be better than what you are now and make you a superhuman in the sense of making more money, being proficient, and taking your life into your own hands and controlling yourself. So, hey, if you really are ready to take the next step and grow in the next 30 days and make some money in the next 30 days come 2020, stay tuned to my channel. I'd love to give you more valuable content. All right, guys. See you later.